Keepers nervous, strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
Chelsea destroy Liverpool 3-1 at Stamford Bridge. Amazing result. And although in some points Liverpool dominated possession, at one point I was laughing, because the possession just formed 1981 with Chelsea getting 19 possession and Liverpool having 81% of possession. But I think I would give due credit to Enzo Maresca for setting the team up slightly differently, and allowing the team to sit deep and hit on the break, to get the victory. So kudos to him for doing that. But I will never be comfortable seeing Caicedo at right back. It just wouldn't sit right with me. And even sometimes in this game, you could see him being caught out, by the passes that that went in behind him, because he's not a right back. He's not really sensitive to all those types of passes, So what do you expect him to do? He can only play the role, the best way he can. I know some people say whilst in possession, you'll have Colwill, you'll have a Chaloba, and then maybe Cucurella forming a back three, and then Caicedo joining up in the midfield. But still, for me, didn't quite see the benefit of having him playing at right back. Although inviting to midfield, I didn't quite get the ball. The team started very well. Enzo Fernandez getting the first goal. 3 minutes, barely 3 minutes into the start of the game, so that set the team up rightly, getting into that game early start. Some people would say Liverpool took their feet off the pedal. That's fine. They've won, but still, you could still see some endeavour in Liverpool that they didn't want to get beat at Stamford Bridge, but they did get destroyed, by Chelsea. And then Chelsea went, 2-0 up, struggled, call it a scuffle, bit of confusion in the 18-yard box of Liverpool. I think Van Dijk or Kwanzaa was attempting to cross to clear the ball, and then it came off. I couldn't quite see, was it either Nicholas Jackson or Noni Madueke, 2-0. And then I think about 84 minutes into the game, on the 84th minute, Van Dijk got a goal back for Liverpool, and you're thinking, oh, wow, with the way Chelsea defends, are you sure that Liverpool won't come back? And if they come back, you never can tell. They can always sneak in a late winner. But fair play, Caicedo played very well. He read the pass played into Kwanzaa. He made the runs and got fouled, and that was a penalty. And Cole Palmer scored, converted penalty from the spot, and he broke his goal scoring drought. Now, I will say this: he did play well in this game, not to his usual high standards, but given the poor run of form he's been on, I think he played like a mature player in this game. Hold the ball, don't force it, let it go to your teammates, as opposed to trying to force the issue, as opposed to trying to be the guy that sort of makes things happen, all the time with the ball at your feet. So when you're a player lacking in confidence, you just keep the ball moving and keep doing the simple things, in the game. So good result for Chelsea. I think Chelsea did take the team up to fourth spot. I think a goal, in terms of goal difference, I think Chelsea should now be on 22 goals with 22 goal difference plus 22, and Newcastle on plus 21. So good. What that means is that Chelsea have their destiny in their own hands. So if they keep winning their games, then definitely they'll win. So you don't have to hope for anyone to win or lose or drop points. If a team drop points, then you take that benefit. No, you take that with glee, but you don't go in hoping that the team drop points. You just go into games like the game against Newcastle, the game against Manchester United, the game against Nottingham Forest, with the mindset that you're going into this game to get all 3 points. Now, there are still some things I wasn't happy about in the game. There was a time in the game where Chelsea were on the break, good counter attack, and then for some reason someone passed the ball back and nullified the counter attack. I almost punched my screen, if I'm honest. I almost punched my TV screen while that happened. So those little things that still need to be cobbed up from the game, whether it's an instruction from Enzo Maresca or it's just the players lacking confidence in spots in the game. And then another person I want to talk about again is Lavia. He was tremendous in the midfield. Like I said in previous videos, when he's available, he's one of Chelsea's best players. But the problem is he is always injured. He is injury prone. So you don't know, because even as he came off the pitch, he was limping a bit. So you never know what has happened to him. Hopefully, knock on wood, he is unscathed, and hopefully we'll see him in the next game. So overall, a good performance. In my opinion, overall, a good performance. Or should I say, is just slightly less than decent performance, because you got the job done, got your 3 points. Some people say you didn't dominate possession. That's fine. For me, sometimes you should set your team up differently. But the main point is you should have a plan of attack. Even if the opponent has 80% possession, you have 20, you should have a plan of attack. When we win the ball, how quickly do we move? And in some parts of the game, when Chelsea had opportunities to counter, the counter attack wasn't as fluid as it should be, or as expected to be at this stage of the season. But overall, happy day for Chelsea and Chelsea fans. Actually smashed, Liverpool. And I want to talk about Nicholas Jackson. Not hating on Nicholas Jackson. I think he did his best today. But the way you see him play, he has the willingness to run in behind. He has the willingness to do, that side of the game. He has the willingness to do everything he can do, on the pitch. But you just need to have another striker. A striker he can learn off of. Please, not a 20-year-old striker, not a striker with 2 years experience under his belt. A striker that is actually has tons of experience, competing for league titles, scoring goals in league winning campaigns. I always say this, Victor Osimhen, that's the one target that you should be looking at. But overall, good performance. Well, a slightly less than decent performance, but all the same, good performance. You take it 3 points, you make like bandits this time of the season, or you're looking for a Champions League, finishing Champions League spot. All you need to do is get your 3 points, get your results, no matter how you get it, and move on to the next game. And I must mention this, Noni Madueke was very, very good in the game. I think he's sticking to that left wing role very, very well. He played very well, in my opinion. And then when he had to switch over to the right, he did that very well as well. And Pedro Neto, he tried when he was asked to play with the false nine, but at least playing that central position, he tried. But then again, you see the issue of he's not a striker. There are runs that strikers just make, naturally. And it seems easy when you see strikers scoring tapping. Oh, he scored tapping. How did he score that? It's the IQ, it's the desire, it's the aggression, the desire to get onto the ball in the box, and get those goals. So just needs to get a striker come next season. But overall, happy with the game. Every 3 points are good 3 points, and 3-1 win. Absolute destruction of Liverpool. They got their little guard of honor to start the game. Won the league, obviously, but Chelsea, top game, 3 points. And so at this point, I've come to the end of this video. I'd like to know what your thoughts and opinions are, on the game, and how you think Chelsea can improve going into the game versus Newcastle, Manchester United, and Nottingham Forest. And as well, don't forget the UEFA Europa Conference League. So at this point, I've come to the end of the video, and hopefully we'll see you on yet another video. So stay well and stay blessed. Bye-bye.